Ten,
Semi-tech studio.
7, 6,
Stemmer
5,
camera 1, mics 1 and 2.
3, 2, 1.
Takes.
Good morning, MCHS. You're watching MCTV News. I'm your host, Mark JESTIN.
And I'm Devon MARSDEN. On today's show, we'll be taking a look at the school's field trip to Nate's open house and the JV Girl Volleyball Zones tournament hosted at MCHS. As well, Luke Zacharias and myself interview workers and customers at our very own snack shack. First, our top story.
Every November 11th, our entire country takes a moment aside to remember the sacrifices made by our servicemen and women. MCHS staff and students held their own ceremony to commemorate Remembrance Day last month. Reporters Matt Hahn and Dawson Arcan bring us this story.
Every year, MCHS hosts a Remembrance Day ceremony on November 11th to commemorate all of our fallen soldiers. We interviewed ceremony organizer Mrs. KRUHLAK and military personnel ALVIN VARAS, and we asked them about their thoughts on Remembrance Day.
I know most students don't make it down to the cenotaph and participate in the ceremony, but I like to think that if we don't skip out on the day that we have a Remembrance Day ceremony, I think that in itself would be enough, at least for me to think that they're honoring those who have fallen.
Remembrance Day, being in the military for Remembrance Day, it's a great honor for us, especially being in the military, because it's the day when we commemorate or remember our fallen soldiers, as also as the veterans who have gone before me.
We also asked Mrs. KRUHLAK why Remembrance Day is even commemorated on November 11th.
The reason for that is the signing of the armistice that ended the Great War. So in 1918, the Great War was called that. There was no World War I or World War II because it was thought to be the war to end all wars. And even though there are different dates for the ending of World War II, May the 8th and then later on mid-August in 1945, it was decided to keep November the 11th when the guns were silenced at 11 o'clock. So the 11th day of the 11th month and of the 11th hour.
We also asked Alvin, what was life really like back in Afghanistan?
Life in Afghanistan was, I would say it was pretty interesting, and it was tough because definitely the culture is different. Being away from your family for 7 months was tough for me because I come to my family every time I need comfort, personal comfort. I ask them for any advice. So it was difficult, to say the least, because being away from your family. And I was 20 when I was in Afghanistan, so close to 21. So I was still young. I still needed my family to come to.
For MCTV News, this is Matt Hahn reporting.
Some decent weather we've been having this month, several high temperature records being broken.
Hopefully the weather continues this trend. Here with the answer is MCTV meteorologist Kyra Botter.
Thanks, guys. Here up in Equalit, it's -20 with some light snow. Down in St. John's, it's 1 with some showers. Down in Halifax, it is 2 with mixed sun and cloud. In Montreal, it's -1 with light snow. In Toronto, it's 6 with some showers. In Winnipeg, it's -10 with mixed sun and cloud. In Regina, it is -7. In Vancouver, it's 5 with showers. In Yellowknife, it's -11, partly cloudy. In Whitehorse, it is -8 with mixed sun and cloud. Let's take a look at Alberta. High level, there's some sun, it's -12. In Fort McMurray, it is partly cloudy with some sun, -8, -9. Down in Edmonton, it is mixed sun and cloud, -4. Down in Red Deer, it's light showers, mixed sun and cloud, -11. Down in Calgary, it's -6 with some clouds, same in Medicine Hat. In Banff, it's -8 with mixed sun and cloud. In Jasper, it's -3 with some mixed sun and cloud also. And in Grand Prairie, it is pretty sunny with -14. Let's take a look at our current conditions. It's -5, wind, there we go. Wind with 26 kilometers per hour. The relative humidity is 87%, and sunrise is 8:48 a.m., about sunset 4:13 p.m., around there. Let's take a look at our current weekly forecast. Tuesday, it's going to be a high of 6, low of 3, Wednesday, it's going to be mixed sun and cloud. Thursday, sunny. Friday, mixed sun and cloud. Saturday, sunny. And the rest of the week, it's going to be warming up. Back to you, Devon.
Thanks, Kyra. Back in October, the Northern Alberta Institute of Technology, better known as NATE, held its annual open house, and MCHS teacher Terry Maslick organized a field trip for our students to check out the vast array of programs offered there. Reporters Riley Vervink and Kyra Botter tagged along and filed this report.
NATE offers an incredible network engineering program.
When I looked at courses or class sizes, they're smaller, they're a little bit more individualized, and for the most part you're in labs all day, like you're just doing stuff that you enjoy to do. NATE has a lot of awesome resources and a lot of things that we get to try.
NATE offers the only radio program on this side of Canada.
I thought, it was one of the more fun programs that I saw when I came to the open house last year. I always listen to the radio. I'm big into music, and when I came in here, I never thought I'd love production, but you know what? Production is the best. I thought, coming in is like, it's radio. You talk on the radio for a bit, you play songs, you go home. It's way more than that. It's production, it's marketing, it's the whole 9 yards, and I'm totally in love with it, and I recommend it to everyone. And once you get into the program, you get to meet all these awesome people that have the same interests as you,
NATE's EMT program makes paramedics more confident and stronger.
There's lots of neat things about it. I've only been here a couple months, so I don't think I've even experienced all of it yet. But I know they give massages on exam days for free. They have Tim Hortons booster juice, and they even have a dog named Flynn. Oh, there's lots of good things about it. I'm enjoying learning patho, which I didn't know as much as an EMT. It's just helping me realize how disease processes are working in body, and so it just excites me that when I get to go on my practicum that I'll be able to see a patient and be able to figure out what's causing it and how to treat them.
We hope that this report has been helpful in giving you an inside look at some of the programs here at NATE. For more information, visit NATE's website at www.nate.ca. This is Riley Vervink reporting for MCTV News.
Time for sports with Tyler Watson. Big news on the Oilers yesterday, huh?
That's right, Devon. Coach Dallas Aikens has finally been paid for the Oilers' poor performance this season. The announcement of Dallas Aikens' dismissal was made during a press conference yesterday morning. General Manager Craig McTavish will be behind the bench tonight as the Oilers try to rebound from 15 losses in their last 16 games as they roll into Arizona to play the Coyotes. Todd Nelson will eventually be behind the bench for the remainder of the season, being brought up from Oklahoma City franchise in the AHL. Turning to last night's scores, despite not having Crosby in the lineup, Pittsburgh beat Tampa Bay 4-2 with help from rookie Brian Rust's goal. The Islanders beat Jersey 3-2, and Buffalo edged Ottawa 4-5. Turning to the NBA, the Cavs beat Charlotte 97 to 88. The Packers outmuscled the Lakers 110-91. The 76ers' brutal season continues with another loss, this time to the Celtics. 105-87 was the score. The Hawks beat the Bulls 93-86. Toronto outscored Orlando 95-82 at the AC Center. Milwaukee edged Phoenix 96-94. The Stars lost to the Trailblazers 95-108, and the Clippers pounded the Pistons 113-91. Recapping Week 15 in the NFL, Arizona beat St. Louis 12-6. The Bengals blanked the Browns 30-0. The Steelers won over the Falcons 27-20. New England dominated Miami 41-13. The Giants beat the Redskins in New York 24-13. The Seahawks were victorious over division rivals 49ers 17-7. Denver doubled San Diego's 20-10, and the Saints did the same against the Bears 31-15. Moving to MCHS sports, both the senior girls and boys basketball teams were in action this weekend in Athabasca. The girls placed third in the tournament, beating Edwin Parr in the semifinals, and the boys placed second, losing to East Glen in the finals. MCHS students player Suzanne Van Brabant was named Tournament All-Star. Coming up next, Sheridan McKay and Johnny Leto bring us our last look at the volleyball season for 2014-2015. Last month, our JV girls won bronze at the annual North Central Zones tournament hosted this year at MCHS. They had a chance to chat with Coach McDonald and several Wolves players and bring us the story.
We did an interview on a player and the coach from the MCHS Wolves JV girls volleyball team. Most people get their motivation to play sports at a young age, as Sage Arcan explains.
I've been playing it for quite some time now, but when I was younger, I just really enjoyed watching the older girls play, so I just decided I might get a bit of a shot.
The Wolves started out in a pool of 5. They played their first 3 games against Onaway, Westlock, and Hinton. They won in 2 sets, 3 sets, and then a loss.
And played Onaway in their first game, which they took in 2. They played Westlock in their second game and took that to 3 sets and won that one. The next morning they played Hinton and lost, unfortunately.
They now have a 3-way tie for first, and they came in second in their pool,
which placed them in a 3-way tie for first place in our pool. So overall we came second in our pool.
They advanced to the playoffs against Devon. They lost in the semifinals against Barhead. They won a bronze medal game against Hinton in 2 sets.
We advanced to the playoff game against Devon, and we won that game. Then we went on to the semifinal against Barhead. Unfortunately, we lost and went to the consolation side and played the bronze medal game against Hinton. And we were successful in that and won in 2 sets.
The JV girls did very well throughout the season. They managed to come out with a bronze medal. This is Johnny Leto reporting for MCTV.
Here are your announcements for Thursday, December 11th. MCHS is conducting its annual Christmas toy and food drive. Bring non-perishable food items and/or new toys for the less fortunate in our community between now and Friday, December 19th. Donations can be dropped off in the growing pile in the center court. Buy your foam puck for the first annual Principal Puck Chuck on Friday, December 19th. At the annual student-teacher hockey game, the person whose puck comes to rest closest to the school administrator will win a prize. All proceeds go to charity, and tickets for the games are $2 each. There are 2 dress-up days for this week. Tomorrow is Ugly Christmas Sweater Day, and my voice cracked. And Friday is Formal Day to coincide with the annual Christmas celebration and dinner held at MCHS. Sorry about that. Life Bites continues every Tuesday at lunch in room 103. Drop by for some weekly inspiration and deep conversation chat. Chat with Ms. Rachopo for more info. Miss any MCTV news episodes this year? Log on to www.boutestein.net to see our digital archive, which includes episodes from the last 21 seasons. Get your fill of MCHS news and weather and sports. Stay connected with all the events at MCHS by logging on to the school's website, www.mchs.gsacred.ab.ca. Following us on Twitter at MCHS Wolves or by searching the hashtag MCHS or MCTV News.
Next, my co-host, Devon Marsden, along with Luke Zacharias, recently had a chance to follow the crew of the school's snack shack during one of their busy lunch hour rushes. From what the crew does to what the customers want to eat, this report dives into the nuts and bolts of why the snack shack has become so successful after the closure of the school's cafeteria a few years back.
To get a behind-the-scenes look on what goes on behind the counter, we interviewed the various workers and customers that attend this lovely establishment.
I like the teacher, the Miss Gates, and I like the way they do it.
I work in there, and I do the vending machine. I do recycling.
You get to deal with food, money too. I prepare the snack shack to open during lunch. We work with the vending machine, stocking it, make sure it has product to sell. Recycling, paper, make sure it's not smelly and gross.
During the interviews, one of the questions we asked the people was what was their favorite food served here at the snack shack. We got some pretty mixed results.
My favorite thing would be to order would probably be like a sub or something, because I just find them like really good. Or pizza, on the other hand, if it's whatever I'm feeling.
get the flurries and the pizza.
Definitely be the flurry. People really like the flurry, especially the Oreo.
I just think because most people here know the drive, so they'd rather just like drive somewhere. It just because they kind of have they have not as wide variety of food to eat. So I think the kids who can't drive yet can easily order something. It's a pretty good price. It's not overpriced, so they would probably make a lot of money with they would probably make a lot of money because it's not too overly priced.
After the unfortunate failure of the cafeteria, the Snack Shack behind me grew in business and stayed alive and was better than ever. For MCTV News, this is Devin Marsden reporting.
That's our show for today. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to tune in in our next broadcast on Thursday, January 8th. Reports will include a behind-the-scenes look at the MCHS drama production of The Grease, parent-teacher interviews, Buddha Toots His Own Horn Day, and Christmas celebrations at the Morinville Legion. Join hosts Maria Shreenan and Tyler Watson for all your MCHS news, sports, highlights, and weather forecast.
For all of us here at MCTV News, we would like to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Until 2015, I'm Devin Marsden.
And I'm Mark JESTIN. You stay festive, MCHS.